in the beginning, Nitin, Rahul, Ramanand, Neela, Mangal. Great. Welcome to this morning's Happy Mind. Yogesh, Prashant, Vishwas, Sapnil, Rachna, Sanjay. It's a pleasure to have you this morning. Wow. And all those who have joined in on YouTube, welcome to the 1089th Happy Minds. YouTube make challenge hai that I cannot see your comments because we are on Zoom and I don't have two screens. So I'm just looking at the screen of Zoom. तो मुझे YouTube की स्क्रीन दिखती नहीं है और आपके कमेंट्स दिखते नहीं है. And I was told कि YouTube में हम लोग कमेंट्स देते हैं और आप रिप्लाई नहीं करते हो. So I'm so sorry. वो देखते हैं वो कैसे कर पाएंगे, but as of now, I'm unable to read your comments on YouTube. I'm focusing only on Zoom. New look, looking more young. So this is, summer is here, you know. So मैंने कहा, let me have a summer look. I'm looking more young. Thank you so much, Ankit. ये मेरे वो बोलते हैं ना कि जवानी का राज क्या है, एक दिन मिलके बताऊंगा तुम्हें. Namaste Shrini, namaste Seema. We have people joining in slowly. Great. मेरा आपसे रिक्वेस्ट है आप सबसे यार, why don't you come at 7 o'clock sharp, you know? You keep on logging at 7:01, 7:02, 7:05 and ऐसे करके तुम लोग इंस्टॉलमेंट्स में लॉग इन करते हो. When 7 o'clock it has to start. अरे जब तक मैं जिंदा हूँ, you can be rest assured that 7 means 7, right? पिछले 25 सालों में तो कभी हुआ नहीं कि 7 का मतलब 7:05 या 7:10 या 7:02. It has always been 7 for me. So why we are missing out on such a small thing of being in time? So don't miss out on it यार. ये एक छोटी सी आदत है which you're building unknowingly, unconsciously. आप एक आदत build कर रहे हो. It's okay. And online में तो इतने problems हो गए यार online की वजह से that you know you have people logging in and they're losing the sense of time. Offline was one thing which people were disciplined about. So please, online to apne ghar ki baat hai na, you're there, you can just have your laptop on, you can have your mobiles on and you're there. So what's the challenge? और ये सिर्फ मैं बहुत बार बोल चुका हूँ, फिर दोबारा बोलूंगा. ये लेट आना 2 मिनट, 5 मिनट, 10 मिनट, ये लेट आना जो है, it is not something which is big कि आप किसी बड़ी चीज से जूझ रहे हो इसलिए आप 5 मिनट लेट हो गए, 10 मिनट लेट हो गए. It is a sign of carelessness. एक लापरवाही की निशानी है 2 मिनट लेट होना, 5 मिनट लेट होना, क्योंकि कहीं ना कहीं आप लापरवाह रहे उठने में, तैयार होने में. It was not a big fundamental reason that you got late because somewhere you know you had a challenge. आपका कहीं टायर पंचर हो गया या फिर आप कहीं ट्रैफिक जैम में बड़े अटक गए. ये सिर्फ 2-4 मिनट जो है केयरलेसनेस की बात. It's a lack of planning, lack of preparedness. तो ये छोटी छोटी केयरलेसनेस की वजह से हम कितनी बड़ी चीज खो सकते हैं कभी. You would not even imagine this. So I'm just sharing this through Happy Minds that being in time is such a small. It is not even a virtue. It is not something which you can be proud of also. कि मैं टाइम पे आया तो बहुत बड़ी बात है. तो ये तो कोई गर्व की बात नहीं है. बट हम जिस लेवल पे जी रहे हैं कि कुछ लोगों के लिए टाइम पे आना बहुत बड़ी बात है. और मुझे लगता है कि if you were to go to any of the developed nations in the world, टाइम पे आना तो it's a way of life. There's nothing great about it. तो you have to ask yourself कि ये मेरा लेवल कितना नीचे है कि मैं अगर टाइम पे आता हूं तो मुझे खुशी होती है कि टाइम पे आया. इसका मतलब लेवल काफी नीचे है, काफी नीचे. So last 25 years I've been coming in time every time. And मुझे लगता है कि मुझे वो बताने में ऐसे कुछ गर्व नहीं होता मुझे, because it's the way it is. That's the way it is. Is my voice audible? Vishay, can you give me a hands on that? Somebody says
yes sir, it's audible.
हाँ, प्रशांत अपना तुम अपने स्पीकर का वॉल्यूम बढ़ाओ. मेरा तो वॉल्यूम पूरा फुल है यहाँ से. Absolutely right, Ganesh. It's not only respect to ourselves, but it's a respect to other people when we are in time, when we are there. So हम दूसरों की इज्जत भी करते हैं, खुद के तो हम अच्छा फील करते हैं, but it's a respect to people who have given us time. So don't just move on to, okay, what is this? Can you speak in? Please speak in English sometimes. Okay. You're from, okay, all of you have joined in fresh for the first time. Those who have joined in for the first time for Happy Minds, welcome to Happy Minds. This is the 1089th Happy Minds. And you can just type in which city you are from, and you can just write down first if you're attending Happy Minds for the first or second time. So I'll come to know from where all you have come and joined in. तो आप सिर्फ टाइप कर सकते हो the city, and you can also type in the first also. So we have Sagar, I think. Is it Sagar? Sagar from Pune. From Calcutta, we have Ipsita. Oh, Ipsita is a nice name. Ipsita, if I'm pronouncing it right. Seema from Pune. You can just type in if you are from attending it for the first time. Hyderabad, Madhuri from Hyderabad. Welcome, Madhuri. Pranav from Pune. Anjali says, every time it's the first time. Oh my God, that's so wonderful. Abhideep from Unnao. Wow, welcome, Abhideep. That's wonderful. Mayur from Pune, welcome. Karnal, Shivam Garg from Karnal. That's nice. Every time something in life में ना हर चीज जो है, something or the other will be for the first time. Nitin Dushan, when you tell you I'm feeling Lai Bhari, question is missing. I am not able to understand Nitin, तुमने क्या डाला है. But anyways, you can ask me a question. Okay, let's welcome the people who have come in for the first time, and just to give you the insight as to why we have Happy Minds, why we conduct Happy Minds. This is the 1089th. This means 1088, 1088 Happy Minds have happened in the past, and the way the Happy Minds are conducted, we start with meditation, then we have a round of sharing of any success story which people have shared with me. Then we move on from there to a subject and maybe a few question and answers which I can take. This is the format of Happy Minds. So Happy Minds leta kyun? It started off as a support session way back in 1997-98 to people who had done my batch. From there, as a support session, it became a part of my life where every Saturday morning, it's the way for me to live. And I feel एक बड़ा important part है which I think you all should hang on to. इस बात को आप पकड़ो, इस बात को आप समझो. बहुत important point है कि हमारी जो life की quality है, that quality of life should be on a higher side every day. The quality of a life should not go on the lower side, should not be lowered. The standard of life can be up and down. Standard of life का मतलब क्या है? मैं जैसे जीता हूँ from the perspective of using the materialistic things in life. So I may use a car, I may use a house, I may wear clothes, I may travel in different ways. So ये मेरा standard of life है. This standard of life can go up and down, though it should not go down, but things can happen. We can have a challenge. We may have to shift into smaller places. We might have to change cars depending on the economic situation which we are going through. So standard of life can go up and down, but I feel the quality of life should not go down. Our quality of life should be a notch higher than yesterday. That's what has been my quest. That has been my search and the way I live my life. कि मेरी life आज जो है ये कल से बेहतर होनी चाहिए. And उसके साथ अगर standard of life भी अच्छा हो गया तो सोने पे सुहागा. It's wonderful. But even if standard of life is not good, the quality of life should be good. So this question should be in your mind कि साहब ये quality of life क्या है? What is quality of life? So ये Happy Minds क्यों लेता हूं मैं? Because I feel that my quality of life goes up, and so does the quality of life of so many people who listen to me. And that is so very important. So quality of life क्या है? Quality of life means it's an experience which you have while living your life. So another question will come in your mind. What is experience? So experience is you meeting your world. You meeting your world. So you means you, जो आप हो, तो आप अपनी काबिलियत, अपनी capability, अपनी attitude, अपना approach, अपना thinking, ये आप हैं. अपने emotions को लेके आप एक bundle हैं. So this is you. So when this bundle called you meets the outside world, the outside world can be your relations, maybe your wife, your husband, your children. That's the outside world. The outside world can be your office, your boss, your customers, your team members. That's the outside world. Outside world is you driving your car. That's all the place which you are in. ये सारे लोग is the outside world. So आप एक bundle हैं. You're a bundle of emotions, of attitude, of thinking, of your mood swings, whatever you are. That is you. And this bundle called you meets the outside world. Now, in दोनों का जब मिलन होता है, you meeting the outside world, there is an experience. And from that experience comes the quality of life. I'll repeat again. The quality of life is nothing else but an outcome of an experience. An experience is nothing else but you meeting the outside world. You means all that which you are at that moment. You are at any point of time, you are nothing else but a bundle of your thoughts, a bundle of your emotions, a bundle of your capabilities, a bundle of your intelligence, intellect. तो ये सबका आप एक बंडल हो और आप ये बंडल बन के दुनिया से मिलते हो. उस मिलन से जो अनुभव होता है, that experience which you say is the reason why we have a quality of life, or we have a high quality of life, or we have a low quality of life. If you're there with me on this. तो मेरा हैप्पी माइंड्स कंडक्ट करने का कॉन्सेप्ट ये है कि ये जो बाहर की दुनिया है ना, जहां मिलते हैं, ये बदल रही है. This outside world is changing. So your children are changing every day. Your spouse is changing every day. Your customers are changing every day. Your team members, your bosses, your people whom you are interacting with, they're changing every day. Even the world with whom you have not met till yesterday, लेकिन आज आप मिलते हो, they're changing every day. तो आप ट्रैफिक में आप गाड़ी चला रहे हो, सो जो लोग आपके साथ और गाड़ी चला रहे हैं वो चेंज हो रहे हैं. कुछ नेगेटिव के लिए चेंज हो रहे हैं, कुछ पॉजिटिव के लिए चेंज हो रहे हैं. सो मे बी कल आप गाड़ी चला रहे थे एंड इफ यू वर टू गो अ बिट क्लोज टू समबडी, तो कल तक की दुनिया ऐसी थी कि उनका पेशेंस लेवल थोड़ा ठीक था, लेकिन शायद आज वो नहीं है जो कल था. शायद वो इंसान फ्रस्ट्रेटेड निकला है, शायद वो इंसान एंग्री घर से निकला है, शायद उसके लाइफ में कुछ चैलेंज हो गया है. सो नाउ that person who's driving along with you on the road is not the same person as yesterday. So aap uske nazdeek se nikle and he bursts out a few wonderful things about your family. तुम्हारे खानदान को याद करता है, and suddenly you're taken aback. How come this person is so angry? So the world around you is changing. The question is, are you capable? Are you making yourself capable enough to handle that changing world? And that is why this Happy Minds is there. That can we in some way pick up some aspect of life week after week after week after week. कि हम कुछ सीख सकते हैं हर हफ्ते, कुछ ना कुछ, और उससे शायद हम काबिल बन जाएं उस दुनिया को फेस करने के लिए, उस दुनिया जो दुनिया बदल रही है. And all of you would agree with me that the world we are facing every day, that world is changing at a pace unimaginable. इस हिसाब से, इस स्पीड से बदल रही है कि हमें खुद समझ नहीं आ रहा कि ये बदलाव कैसे और क्या लेवल पे जाएगा. तो उसका हम कुछ नहीं कर सकते. The change which is happening will happen. Which speed, what speed, we can't control that. But what we can do is this bundle called us, ये bundle को तो हम अच्छा कर सकते हैं. So I'll connect again back with this very simple thought that the quality of a life should go up. Standard of life can go up and down. My economic situation can be up and down, but my quality of life should never go down. Now, what is quality of life? Quality of life comes from my experience. What is experience? Experience is nothing else. मेरा मिलना मेरी दुनिया के साथ. So what is me? I'm nothing else but a bundle of emotions. I'm a bundle of thoughts. I'm a bundle of my intelligence. I'm a bundle of my memories. I'm a bundle of my capabilities. तो ये सब को लेके मैं जाता हूं दुनिया के पास और दुनिया मुझे मिलती है. That मिलन, that meeting is called an experience. And from that experience, I get my quality of life. Then another aspect of this is I cannot control the world. I cannot control how my children will behave, my wife will behave, my husband will behave, my customers will behave. I have no control over them, but I have control over this bundle. So can I take care of myself? So at least out of two, one is taken care of. And maybe there is a chance, again I'm saying maybe there's a chance that meeting will be a great meeting. That experience will be a better experience. And if that experience is better, my quality of life will be better. Hmm? So that's the reason why we have happy minds. So this is the reason why we have happy minds. कुछ पल्ले पड़ा? आता हूँ उस क्वेश्चन पे गणेश. Is it? This is one of the most beautiful things I could have shared with you. Early in the morning at 7, and I want you to be dynamic in your process of listening. देखो online है, we can be as static as we want or we can be as dynamic as we want. तो dynamic का मतलब क्या है? हिलते रहो, टाइप करते रहो, मेरे से बातें करते रहो. तो बातें करने का मतलब क्या है? I cannot have the mics on for everybody. I'll see if I can have a mic on for a few of you. अगर आप में से कुछ लोगों को शेयर करना है, I will have a mic on for a few of you, but I cannot have all of you speaking, but all of you can type. And so I will read out your comments. Kanhaya says, yes, sir. Shilpa says, fantastic reminders. Oh, great. Thank you. Santosh says, very powerful. Nice. So, understand, you're reading any book, you're going through any program, you are going through any meeting experience with your boss, with anybody. आप कुछ पढ़ते हो, कुछ सुनते हो, कुछ आप सीखते हो. It is nothing else but making your bundle very strong. Because this bundle called you, ये तो दुनिया से मिलने वाला है. और दुनिया क्या है? जो आपके बाहर है वो आपकी दुनिया है. राइट? ये तो मिलने वाला है. तो दुनिया कैसी होगी, वी मे हैव नो कंट्रोल. एंड ट्रस्ट मी, कोई कंट्रोल नहीं है. अपने बच्चे कंट्रोल में नहीं है यार. राइट? तो व्हाई टॉक अबाउट द वर्ल्ड? राइट? सो ये दुनिया कंट्रोल में नहीं है. जब दुनिया कंट्रोल में नहीं है तो कम से कम हम तो कंट्रोल में रहें. जब हम कंट्रोल में रहेंगे, वी क्रिएट अ चांस, वी क्रिएट अ पॉसिबिलिटी कि वो अनुभव, वो एक्सपीरियंस अच्छा रहे. दैट एक्सपीरियंस इज बेटर. एंड वंस दैट एक्सपीरियंस इज बेटर, the quality of life is better. That's what is the message for all of you. चलिए जी, मेरा क्वेश्चन आप लोगों के लिए, my standard favorite question for all of you this very morning. My question is, how are you all feeling? Type in how you all feeling this very morning. झकास. वो तो रुका हुआ था टाइप करके गणेश, कि बोलेंगे तो मैं टाइप कर दूंगा. लय भारी, एनर्जेटिक, अद्भुत, जबरदस्त. Oh, very thoughtful. मजे में, amazingly great, adbhut, wow. Type in. I may not be able to read everybody's, but you can read yours. Niranjan says, fresh morning. Permanent, my God. Sleepy. इसके मुंह में पानी डालो. ये कौन है ये sleepy भगवान? और नाम भगवान. हाय राम. नाम भगवान का कर्म. अभी क्या बोलूं तुम्हें भगवान में? संदीप कांकरिया से स्लीपी. तुम रात को जल्दी क्यों नहीं सोते हो? हाँ, टकाटक. Amazing. But I appreciate that you're being honest. That you are, and I told you last session also, okay, don't worry about, you don't have to write something false. You have to write what you are at that moment. So I appreciate that you have been honest. Bhagwan and Sandeep, you have been honest. Bhagwan to hamesha honest hota hai. Priyanka, feeling happy minded. Wow, this is nice. Happy minded. Happy morning. Must, energetic, awesome. संदीप बाद में ऐड किया था, स्लीपी भी हूं लेकिन खुश भी हूं. मुझे टोपी लगा रहा है संदीप. अमेजिंग. राजेश, अमेजिंग, टकाटक. वाओ, ग्रेट. एंड इट्स सो इम्पोर्टेंट दैट यू अंडरस्टैंड हु यू आर एट दैट मोमेंट. तो ये जब मैं आपसे कहने को लगाता हूं कि टाइप करो हाउ यू आर फीलिंग, सो यू कैन फील हैप्पी, यू कैन फील एनर्जेटिक, यू कैन फील एक्साइटेड, यू कैन फील लो, यू कैन फील डाउन. आपका हक है कि आप उस फीलिंग को अनुभव करो. सो इफ यू आर सैड, इट्स एब्सोल्युटली ओके. एब्सोल्युटली ओके. इफ यू आर फीलिंग डाउन, इट्स एब्सोल्युटली ओके. इफ यू आर फीलिंग लो, इट्स एब्सोल्युटली ओके. ये इतना बड़ा भ्रम है ना दुनिया में कि नहीं, आई कैन नॉट फील सैड, आई कैन नॉट फील अनहैप्पी, आई कैन नॉट फील लो इन लाइफ. ये भ्रम है. दिस इज एन इल्यूजन दैट वी कैन नॉट. अगर ये ऊपर वाला चाहता नहीं कि हम इस स्टेट में हो, तो फिर वो देता नहीं ना हमें ये एक्सपीरियंस हमारे अंदर होते भी नहीं. ये इमोशंस हमारे अंदर होते भी नहीं. अगर अंदर हैं, इसका मतलब वो चाह रहा है कि यू शुड आल्सो एक्सपीरियंस सच इमोशंस. एंड सेकंड थिंग which the creator has done with us, सुनो इस बड़ी अच्छी बात को, what creator has done with us. The creator made us different from animals, from most of the animals. तो उसने क्या किया, उसने हमें इमोशंस को का एक बड़ा भंडार दिया. We have got amazing range of emotions. So from the very excited to the very dullest, हमारे पास सारे इमोशंस की रेंज है. और ये रेंज किसी और प्राणी के पास नहीं है. नो एनिमल, नो क्रिएशन इन द प्लैनेट हैज दिस रेंज एज मच एज वी ह्यूमन बीइंग्स हैव दिस रेंज. तो मेरा ऐसा कहना है कि दिस इज द एरिया ऑफ आवर ट्रैवल, कि हम द मोस्ट एक्साइटेड स्टेज से लेके द मोस्ट डलेस्ट स्टेज, ये हमारा ट्रैवल का एक दायरा है कि हम इतना ट्रैवल कर सकते हैं. और अगर ये ट्रैवल नहीं किया तो फिर आपने कुछ अनुभव करने से आप चूक गए ना. तो वर्ल्ड ने क्या एक बनाया हुआ दायरा कि no, यू शुड बी ऑन द पॉजिटिव साइड ऑफ इमोशंस ऑलवेज. अरे अगर यही इमोशंस को हमने एक्सपीरियंस करना है तो इनका क्या जो नेगेटिव साइड में है, तो ये दिए क्यों हैं? तो दिए हुए हैं, इसका मतलब कहीं ना कहीं वो एक्सपीरियंस करने के लिए दिए हुए हैं. और जिसने सारे रेंज को एक्सपीरियंस किया है और उसके बाद वो पॉजिटिव में रहता है, तो कोई बात है ना. मैं दोबारा बोलता हूं, जिसने सारे एक्सपीरियंसेस को अनुभव किया है, को एक्सपीरियंस किया है, सारे इमोशंस को एक्सपीरियंस किया हुआ है, जितने भी इमोशंस हैं, और उन एक्सपीरियंसेस के बाद वो आके कहता है कि आई विल स्टे इन द पॉजिटिव साइड मोर बिकॉज दिस इज गोइंग टू मेक मी मोर प्रोडक्टिव. तो उसके प्रोडक्टिव होने में बड़े स्ट्रेंथ होती है. एंड जस्ट टू क्लोज दिस सब्जेक्ट एंड टू मेक यू अंडरस्टैंड, जब कोई इंसान दुखों के डेप्थ में जाके आ जाता है और फिर भी हंसने की ताकत रखता है, तो उसकी हंसी में बड़ी ताकत होती है यार. मैं दोबारा बोलता हूं, जो कोई इंसान दुखों से गुजरने के बाद भी वापस हंसने की एक हिम्मत रखता है, वापस he is able to smile and to laugh and has the courage to laugh and smile in spite of going through the most difficult of times, तो उसकी उस लाफ्टर में, उसकी उस हंसी में बहुत ताकत होती है. लेकिन जिसने कभी वो इमोशन एक्सपीरियंस ही नहीं किया है और वो हंस रहा है, तो वो खोखली हंसी होती है, वो शैलो होती है. वो उसका पॉजिटिव होना इज नॉट कमिंग फ्रॉम द डेप्थ ऑफ सैडनेस, इट्स कमिंग फ्रॉम zero experience of what difficult times are, right? तो ये सारे emotions हमें दिए गए हैं, experiences, it's absolutely okay. The second part is if you're going through a tough time, if you're going through sleepy, किसने बोला I'm feeling sleepy, किसने बोला I'm feeling low. The second part is you know very well, your intelligence says to you कि अगर मैं sleepy रहूंगा तो फिर यार मुझे HM का maximum नहीं मिलेगा. अगर मैं थोड़ा low रहूंगा, सैड रहूंगा, तो मुझे फिर दुनिया से जो मुझे मिलना चाहिए वो उतना नहीं मिलेगा. सो इंटेलिजेंस सेज आई एम स्लीपिंग राइट, आई एम फीलिंग स्लीपी राइट नाउ, लेट मी बाउंस बैक, लेट मी बी एक्साइटेड. आई एम फीलिंग सैड राइट नाउ, बट कैन आई कम बैक, बिकॉज थ्रू सैडनेस आई कैन नॉट क्रिएट सम बिगर थिंग्स. एंड दैट इज वेयर कंट्रोल ऑफ लाइफ इज, एंड दैट डिसीजन इज आवर्स. That very decision is ours. And the moment we use our capability, the moment we use our choice to come from a emotion which is not very productive to an emotion which is productive, we reflect the very concept called being human. वो being human is not जो t-shirt में लिखा हुआ है. Being human is your ability to realize a certain emotion is not productive. Let me come out from that stage of emotion, or let me come out from that emotion to an emotion which is a productive emotion. ये आपका चॉइस कि मैं एक लो प्रोडक्टिव इमोशनल स्टेट से हाई इमोशनल प्रोडक्टिव स्टेज में आऊंगा, दिस चॉइस इज कॉल्ड बीइंग ह्यूमन. This choice is called being human. So every time, please play the human. Please be the human, because you might feel low. आप गाड़ी चला रहे हो and somebody bangs your car or somebody touches or kisses your car and there's a scratch there. You feel low, right? And it's okay to feel low. और अगर तुम लो फील नहीं कर रहे हो, तुम्हें अगर हल्का सा दर्द नहीं हो रहा है, तुम्हें ऐसा कुछ चुभा नहीं, तो कुछ चेकअप कराना पड़ेगा भाई. तुम या तो तुम मोक्ष प्राप्ति तुमने कर लिया है, राइट? तो you feel अरे गाड़ी ठोक दी मेरी, right? So you go to that stage which is an emotional stage which is not very powerful in terms of productivity. but you are going through it. So you say, okay, गाड़ी ठुक गई, okay, मुझे गुस्सा आ रहा है, मुझे फ्रस्ट्रेशन आ रहा है, मेरी नई गाड़ी थी वो ठुक गई. Now what do? You got to take it to the garage. You got to take it for denting, painting, whatever it is. वो तो करना ही पड़ेगा ना. लेकिन इस समय जो आप वो अनुभव कर रहे हो, वो इमोशन, उसको अनुभव करके immediately you take a call. Okay, ठुक गई है, अभी क्या करने का है? इंश्योरेंस वाले को बुलाने का है, इससे लड़ाई लड़नी है, इसको पकड़ के रखने का है, जिसने ठोकी है उसको पकड़ता हूँ, इंश्योरेंस वाले को फोन करता हूँ, पुलिस को बुलाता हूँ, गैरेज में ले जाता हूँ. You have so many options, right? But ये तभी पॉसिबल हो पाएगा जब आप अपने आप को कंट्रोल में करोगे. So you just say, let me shift back to normal situation, and then you say, okay, can I fight with him? तो कहते नहीं यार, लंबा चौड़ा आदमी, इससे कहाँ लड़ूंगा मैं, ये तो मेरे खुद धुलाई कर देगा. So you take a call, नहीं, इससे फाइट नहीं करूंगा, लेकिन इसको छोड़ना भी नहीं है. So you politely go and say, sir, गाड़ी ठोक दिया आपने, अभी आप थोड़ा साइड कर लो, मैं भी साइड करता हूँ, let me call the police, because police is bigger than you both of us. So you call the police and you say, please देख लीजिए भाई इन्होंने क्या किया. You call up the insurance guy, right? And you call somebody who can help you and take your car to the garage. Ultimately, ये तो करना है. But you could do it well because you asked yourself, hey, let me come from a negative stage to a positive stage and let me see the things as they are now. And that is called being human. That is called being human. आप घर आए थके हारे ऑफिस से, आपको ऐसा लगता है कि पूरी दुनिया ने आपको ध्यान देना चाहिए बिकॉज आप ऑफिस से जंग लड़के आए, and you feel the Maharaja has come home, the Samrat has come home, और आपको लगता है कि घर में सब लोगों ने आप पे ध्यान देना चाहिए. आपको लगता है कि your wife should be at your beck and call, your children should be there, and everybody at home should come to attention because महाराजा आ गए. और आप घर जाते हो तो किसी को नहीं पड़ी है. कोई टीवी देख रहा है, कोई वाइफ तो बाहर अपने फ्रेंड्स के साथ शॉपिंग करने गई है, and you come home and you feel angry and you say, देखा कोई कदर ही नहीं है. You go into that stage of low productivity, you experience some sadness. Immediately take a call. Okay, is this going to be productive? No, let me come back to a stage of normalcy. This choice to come back to normalcy, to make yourself a bundle of positiveness, this is called being human. Am I able to connect with you? So being human is not on the t-shirt. Being human is in the way we live ourselves. So we have a range of emotions. वो range of emotions है, हम experience करते हैं, और हमें ये भी मालूम है उनमें से कौन से emotions में हम ज्यादा productive होते हैं. तो उस समय उस emotion को पकड़ के रखने का बस. This very choice is called being human. हाँ जी, connecting. Hello, human beings. Absolutely, Rishi. Acceptance. एक दिन एक acceptance पे लूंगा मैं. आज की कुछ success stories हैं. I just thought I missed out on sharing a few success stories with you. We have a few, and do write to us on the social media group, and if you're on the WhatsApp groups, जो हमारे Happy Minds के हैं. See, I'm not there in any of the WhatsApp groups, but I get all your messages which are for me, and I choose which one I can answer to all of you. तो मेरा request है आपसे कि आप अपनी success story share करो हमारे साथ, and I would love to share your success story on the group here. Mansi says, we think situation में MG sir क्या करते हैं and we control our emotions. Oh my God, that's also a great way, Mansi, कि आपके मन में कोई ऐसा इंसान है जिसको आपने आइडल माना हुआ है, जिसको आप अपने हाईली सोचते हैं जिसके बारे में, and जिनको आप मिले हो, right? जिनको आप मिले हो, because that gives you a very strong handle on being logical at that moment, right? तो आप सोचते हो कि अच्छा ये होते तो क्या करते, and that's a great way to put you on track. Very powerful way of getting back on track. One could not connect with real or face smile. Yeah, I'm not able to understand this, Ganesh. If you can just give me some more clarity. Difference between being human and human being. Ay, shabash. क्या है difference between being human and human being? Okay, chalo, theek hai. Let me see if I can give you some clarity on this. Kids may not do not face challenges, but still they smile and is real cute. Absolutely, Ganesh. So that's why you're looking fresh because of high quality of life. I don't know is Ipsita, but maybe अभी आप कह रहे हो तो फिर मैं इसको सोचता हूँ इस बारे में. But one thing is for sure, and I'm saying it with absolutely humility and humbleness to all of you that I tend to go into my own state. We, like any human being, you have your own moments of lowness, but I keep on reminding myself that this is my life. The bundle which I want to be is my choice. So the choice which I execute right now is to come back to normalcy. So I also have my own tough times, right? But I choose to come back. So it's not about you not feeling low. It's all about how soon you bounce back. And that bouncing back is a choice. And the choice which we take is called being human. Now, what is human being? ये राजीव तुमने जो क्वेश्चन पूछा है भी ये है ना if I it will take me another HM to talk, but since you've asked and तुम्हारी अंदर की आत्मा शांत रहे, let me give you some insight on that. Human being means we are okay, let me put it like this. There are three aspects to life which we human beings हम लोग जो देखते हैं. Now one is called having. So we have aspirations with us. तो हमारा दिमाग हमें aspirations पे लगाता है. Okay, Rajiv, before I answer this question of yours, can I just go into a few sharings? मैं वो था बीच में तुम्हारा comment पढ़ के मैं बहक गया. So let me come back on track and let me share a few success stories because I want to share these success stories. One is of one of my students, Mukesh Jetwani. He sent me a message. He says, "Sir, मैंने हमारे company Indian Electricals ने 1 crore की billing करी है in a one single month, and this has been the highest billing in the history of our organization." So Mukesh, if you're listening to me, congratulations, Mukesh Jetwani, and he has been giving me news after news and news every quarter. He has been telling me how they have progressed, and he was a part of my business program, and this is phenomenal growth. Another success story is from a young boy called, and one of my favorites called Dhrumil Shah. Now, Dhrumil has a wonderful story in terms of he was studying and then he went on in the tech industry, was made his life in the technical world, but life had its own way around, and Dhrumil was dragged into his family business, which he had no idea about because his elder brother passed away. And elder brother was also one of my favorite students, and it was a very difficult time. So Dhrumil called on me and he said, "Sir, I don't know ABCD of this business. It's a highly technical business. I am from an IT field. I have no idea about manufacturing. And this is where we are. And we have some financial challenges also. And whatever I could do for Dhrumil, I did. I handholded him for the last 1.5, 2 years. And he just sent a message. He was also there for my Arasamasti program. He says, "Sir, our exhibition in Germany, Philtech show is going on. And it was my brother's dream that we reach 100 crore in the coming 2 years. The response was so overwhelming that we might as well reach the goal this year only. The Arasamasti strategy session gave me the courage and clarity to attend this show, and I'm so thankful to you." So there's an awesome, amazing story from a boy, a youngster, a 30-year youngster who had no idea about manufacturing, has now got, I'm not saying absolute control, but solid control over his business, and he's taking it beyond what his brother had thought. So this is so very amazing. And there's one more, but let me go to Rajiv's question here. तो राजीव जी बोल रहे हैं कि साहब ह्यूमन बीइंग और बीइंग ह्यूमन में क्या फर्क है. तो being human means you behave like a human being, right? And being human and a human being मतलब हम पैदा हुए हैं as a human being. तो ये human being का मतलब क्या है? I'll tell you. हमारे aspirations होती हैं, and aspirations come from our mind. So we want whatever we want. We want to have a car, we want to have a house, we want to have money, we want to have whatever, da 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 da, A, B, C, D, and then we have till Z. We have our own aspirations. So this is what we want to have, right? लेकिन ये have से पहले we got to do. So if I want to have a good body, right, I got to do certain things. Somebody mentioned Ispita from Calcutta, Kolkata. She says, she or I'm not sure wo she or he, Ispita, what that gender is. But the comment was that you have the glow on your face. So this is, I got to do, this is what I have. But to have a glow on my face, I got to do certain things. For me to have a promotion in office, that's what I want to have. I got to do certain things. So before having comes doing. But the doing becomes great if we are in that state of being, right? So I want to have the love from my child. For the love from my child to be got, I got to do 1, 2, 3 things. I got to hug him. I got to, cuddle him. I got to talk to him nicely. I got to give him some very powerful sanskar. Just what I got to do. But before I do, I got to be a parent. I got to be responsible for the child, right? So being comes first, and from being comes doing, and from doing, having will happen. Having to वैसे भी control में नहीं है हमारे, but doing is in a control. Doing becomes better if the doing and being are aligned, right? And that is the entire process of human being. So we are human beings. मतलब हम होते हैं. Being is a way by which we say we are. So we are always in a state of an emotion. So we are happy or we are sad, we are excited, we are delighted. That is called being a human being. We are human beings. Being human means you decide, you accept that you are a human being, and you take a call on behaving like a human being, and that's called being human. So आपकी गाड़ी किसी ने ठोक दी और आप गाड़ी से बाहर निकले और आपने जो है ऐसा चिल्ला पुकार चालू कर दिया. And if the size is smaller, you pounce on the guy. If the size is bigger, you say हाथ लगा के दिखा, और फिर आगे लगा देता है वो. So you invite the person. So your car was rammed by somebody else, और आप निकलते हो और चिल्ला पुकार करते हो. This is called being an animal. This is not called being human, right? Because आपने क्या करा, आपने एक डॉग की पूंछ खींची, या आपने एक डॉग को ऐसा एक सड़क चलते हुए कुत्ते की पूंछ खींची. क्या करेगा वो सोचेगा, वो रुकेगा, वो थोड़ा सोचेगा कि अभी मैं कौन सी स्टेट में हूं. वो क्या करेगा, जैसे ही आपने उसकी पूंछ खींची, वो ऐसा मुंह से आपको पकड़ेगा, वो काटेगा, वो चिल्लाएगा, वो आप पे अटैक करेगा, या whatever it is, the dog will react. That is called dog behavior, right? मैं उसको मेरी लैंग्वेज में बोलता हूं टीबी, टॉमी बिहेवियर. तो आप देखो किसी कुत्ते की पूंछ खींचो और वो टॉमी जो है, टॉमी विल बाउंस बैक, विल पाउंस ऑन यू, विल अटैक यू. लेकिन जब आपकी गाड़ी किसी ने ठोक दी, आप भी वैसे बिहेव करते हो टॉमी के माफिक, जैसे आपकी किसी ने पूंछ खींच दी. दैट इज नॉट बीइंग ह्यूमन. बीइंग ह्यूमन मींस कि आपकी किसी ने पूंछ खींची, आपकी गाड़ी किसी ने ठोक दी, आपको किसी ने गाली दे दी, आपका कोई प्रोजेक्ट रिजेक्ट हो गया, आपके बॉस ने अप्रिशिएट नहीं किया, आपके घर में किसी ने आपको मान नहीं दिया, शादी में गए फूफा जी को किसी ने कोई एनवलप नहीं दिया, तो फूफा जी मुंह नहीं फुलाते, राइट? सो वो कहते हैं यार इट्स ओके, ये हुआ है, लेट मी बी ह्यूमन एंड लेट मी डिसाइड मैं इस शादी में कौन से मूड से बिहेव करूं, विच इज गोइंग टू बी द बेस्ट फॉर दिस मैरिज. आपकी गाड़ी ठुक गई, तो आपकी पूंछ खींची किसी ने, तो आप कहते हो नहीं भाई, मैं डॉग नहीं हूं, मैं इंसान हूं. लेट मी आस्क माई सेल्फ, भाई अभी क्या करना क्या है. आप घर गए और घर में कोई नहीं मिला आपको, राइट? एंड यू फील दैट आई शुड हैव बीन गिवन अटेंशन टू. सो यू डिसाइड, ओके अभी आज नहीं मिला, लेकिन नेक्स्ट टाइम अटेंशन मिलना चाहिए, अभी मैं क्या करूं, इट्स माई टाइम. यू कम बैक टू अ नॉर्मल स्टेट. दैट इज कॉल्ड बीइंग ह्यूमन. Rajiv, if this takes care of your question. Earlier this week, I was in my hometown, Nainital, and actually I wanted to share that experience with you. So maybe next HM I'll share that experience with you. I had an awesome time with my school friends. We met almost after 35 years. And some of them I had met before, but most of them I met after 35 years, and they met me after 35 years. So that meeting was so fantastic in terms of people coming from US, people coming from Singapore, from all over India. they coming and meeting. So, and this was the largest gathering the school has ever had of an individual class. So we were around 45 of us there together. And I wrote on social media, I don't know if you read that or not, that they asked me to give a talk. And since all my friends knew that I'm into speaking and consulting, and so मेरे पीछे पड़ गए, नहीं, you will have to address. And so I said, ठीक है. It was actually a very different, experience for me. And it was a difficult experience, and it was a dangerous experience. So I said 3 Ds of my life. So different because I was addressing the same school where I used to sit once upon a time, and I would be so shit scared to go onto the stage. तो ये वही स्कूल था जहां पर मैं पीछे बैठता था, and I would dread, and I would think, and I would say to myself, भगवान वहां जाना ना पड़े कभी सामने स्टेज में. And there were so many chances, so many times where elocution would happen, debates would happen, dramatics would happen, and I would always avoid going in the front. So that's why me now being in front and the entire school listening to me it was a very different experience. एक बोलते ना एक full circle, जिस चीज से आप बचना चाहते थे, ऊपर वाले ने आपको वहीं भेज दिया, and in a bigger way. So kind of giving back to school, the talk was there. It was difficult because the overall emotional quotient was very different. I was nostalgic. I was recalling all those 10 years which I was there in that school, and all that the school had done for us and made us what we are. So एक बड़ा emotional moment था. Overcoming that emotional state and still giving your talk was difficult. और dangerous भी था मेरे लिए, because उस पूरे ऑडियंस के अंदर ऐसे 40-45 लोग बैठे हुए थे जो who would not think twice to rip me apart. They would not leave any stone unturned. If they found anything which I said was not right, they would make it a point that कि वो मेरी जिंदगी भर मेरी उस चीज को लेके मेरी मजाक बनाए. And they would show no mercy अगर मैं कहीं कुछ मैंने गलत बोला या गलती कर दी. So वो dangerous लोग मतलब मेरे स्कूल के friends, and that's what school friends are. They care a damn about who you are. You are a speaker, the whole world follows you. That's a different story. For us, you're a friend, and that's the beauty of friendship. So उनके सामने मुझे एक talk देना था, and it went on well. And in fact, the speaker before me, another friend of mine, he was saying, Manish, मेरा talk है. मैंने कहा, you go and speak 2 minutes. It's absolutely. And he was a bit nervous, and he floundered in the beginning itself, where he could not take the name of the principal properly because उनका नाम भी बड़ा एकदम ऐसा था. So we said it's okay. It's and we could see that a lot of people were making, जितने friends थे ना, तो friends ने उसकी बैंड बजाई उसके बाद में. And I knew that this would happen. If something goes wrong, ये तो जिंदगी भर उस चीज को लेके मुझे खींचते रहेंगे. But fortunately, I'm alive, and the talk went on very well. A beautiful experience of going back to school days and living. I'm sure आपके भी जब भी reunions हुए होंगे, you all would have had that masti and dhamal. क्या लिखा है सर, आप शाय थे या कांड करके आए थे स्कूल से? I was not shy, but I was not that vocal about being on stage. मेरा अलग ही तरह का था. In fact, one of the questions which was asked to me by the school principal, by the school captain, that boy, young boy who was there, he says, anything which you did in school which you feel was something very different, and any masti which you did, any naughty activity which you did. So I shared with him one of the stories of my life, where in class 10th, one day I came to school, and God knows which mood I was in. So I broke open a few desks. वो desk में ताला लगाते थे ना बच्चे अपने desk में. So they would have the locks in the desk, and they would have their books and other things inside. मैं आया सुबह, मैंने लात मारी और 5-6 desk खोल दी. And maybe I don't know why I did that. Maybe मेरी preparation नहीं होती maths की, या maybe one of the boys had done something. ऐसा कुछ हुआ था. So मैंने वो 5-6 desk में से compass निकाले, and compass and dividers होते ना. And we have a wooden ceiling which is around 14 feet high. ऊपर wooden ceiling है. It's an old structure. और मैंने सारे compass को ऊपर फेंक दिया. मैंने कहा आज इनकी maths class की ऐसी की तैसी, कभी पढ़ेंगे नहीं. Not realizing that मैंने वो फेंक तो दिया ऊपर, वो लग तो गए ऊपर, सीलिंग में अटक गए डिवाइडर्स, नॉट रियलाइजिंग कि अगर बाई चांस एक डिवाइडर गिरा वहां से और नीचे बच्चा बैठा हुआ, उसका क्या होगा? तो वो दिमाग में आया नहीं। एंड मैंने ऐसे 7-8 डिवाइडर कॉम्पस ऊपर छत में लगा दिए. And then when the school started, one of the boys complained to the school principal, this Manish ने ऐसा कर दिया. And then the principal came, और जो मेरी कुटाई हुई, you know, we had canes, and he said, go and get it down. तो मैं लगा हूँ जूता मार मार के निकाल रहा हूँ उस कॉम्पोसेस को. That was the story. So we had a good laugh over that story, all of us. So I don't know, I was shy, but ये कांड तो ऐसे हो जाते थे. Your teachers must have been real proud of what an amazing student they have created. Unfortunately, yes, unfortunately, this is a very sad part. And out of all the teachers we have had, whatever we know of, so we have only 2 of them who are there with us. Rest, they have left the teachings within us and they're gone. So yes, if wherever they are, and I'm sure the way we live our life and the way we should live our life should make them proud. And I'm sure अगर ऊपर से वो देख रहे होंगे हमें जीते हुए, तो they would definitely say, यार ये बच्चा कहाँ से कहाँ पहुंच गया. I think that's the greatest gift we can give to our teachers, is to become more of what they had ever thought we would become. And that's what each one of us should take as a responsibility. Is it, my God, Acha, was your name still below the photo of the guy who ranked for this was again another story. I took a picture of that, and it is this story is so wonderful. I don't know you want to listen to the story? Chalo suno, meri life ki story suno. कि मेरे से आगे there's this boy called Piyush Gupta, and roll number wise, we are sitting in the board examination, and I'm Manish Gupta and he's Piyush Gupta, and he was there in the reunion. Wonderful, he's a brilliant guy, Harvard educated, Harvard graduated lawyer. तो मतलब ये स्कूल में भी एकदम he was in 90s, हम तो अपने 60s 70s वाले बच्चे थे. तो बोर्ड एग्जाम्स हो गए, I got 74%. And I was happy, very excited. I got 74 in my life. So I was very happy with 74. He got 91, 92, and he topped school. So that's it. And life went on. I lived my own life. He went to Harvard. He got educated. He became a lawyer. I came to Pune. I started my own activities here. And then just 5 years ago or so, one of the students, one of our batchmates must have gone to school. And school mein वहाँ एक board है, which is called the Roll of Honor. एंड उसमें लास्ट 50-60 इयर्स के सारे स्कूल के टॉपर्स का नाम है विद ईयर वाइज. तो उसने अपना, हमारा जो बैच था 1986 का, उस 1986 के बैच के आगे उसने देखा, तो उसमें दिखा मनीष गुप्ता. उसने वो फोटो खींची एंड ही सेंड इट टू मी एंड ही सेड, मनीष, आई नेवर न्यू यू हैड टॉप्ड. I also never knew I had topped. So your name is there in the roll of honor. I said, wow. And but हुआ कैसे? I had got 74. Then he posted that picture on the WhatsApp group of our school friends, जो हमारा स्कूल का है. There, ये Piyush Gupta was there. He came to know that his name is not there, but my name is there. He was gracious enough to say, यार Manish, you did great. But उसके पीछे बड़ा sarcasm था कि you did great, because he knew I did not do anything great. And I said, I don't know how it happened. So I wrote a letter to the school, a mail to the school that please change it. And we went there. अभी हम इस हफ्ते गए तो देखा वो अभी भी मेरा नाम लिखा हुआ है. हमने फिर फोटो खींची उसके नाम के आगे. And then Piyush was there, I was there, and we had a great laugh over it. But then in the talk of mine, in front of the whole school, the current principal being there, the current staff was there, and I called Piyush. मैंने पीयूष को बुलाया, मैंने अपने बगल में खड़ा किया, and I said, all these 35 years there has been an injustice done, and the injustice was that his name should have been on the roll of honor, and in place of his name my name is there. So I openly, publicly, I say that it is he who deserves that name being there. So I requested the principal, I said, sir, principal sir, I request you to please have the name changed. So एक error था जो स्कूल ने किया, उसको मैंने publicly kaha change karne ko, and I felt great that I did that, and he felt great that I called him in front, and शायद उसका नाम लिखा होता वहां पर तो पीयूष का, तो शायद मैं उसको बुला के इतने सबके सामने नहीं बताता कि he was a topper, तो उसका नाम नहीं था, इसलिए शायद ये मोमेंट क्रिएट हुआ where he was called and I called him on stage and in front of everybody, the entire school, and everybody clapped for him. I think जो होता है फिर वो सही चीज के लिए होता है ना, तो that's how it is. अभी ऐसे क्वेश्चन गणेश नहीं, how what would you do if a son would do such a thing? I would say live your life यार अभी, as long as he's not doing something consciously which is harmful. बचपने में, और ये बचपने में चीजें नहीं करोगे फिर कब करोगे, बट आई वुड नॉट से कॉन्शियसली कि जाओ ये करके आओ, उसका अपना दिमाग है, वो जो करेगा करेगा, एंड इट्स ओके. So we all have our own stories, so I don't want my child or any child to live life straight. तो देखो ना इधर आसपास क्या चल रहा है, क्या हो रहा है, और एक सर्टेन एज के साथ सर्टेन चीजें होती है ना. आई एम श्योर विद ऑल दैट एज व्हिच वी हैव बिहाइंड अस, वी वुड नॉट डू सच थिंग्स नाउ, बट होता है जो चीज आप 2-4 साल की एज में करते हो, थोड़ी ना आप 10 साल की एज में करते हो. जो 10 साल की एज में करते हो, थोड़ी ना वो 20 साल की एज में करते हो. जो आप 20 साल की एज में करते हो, थोड़ी ना वो 30-40 साल की एज में करते हो. तो एवरी एज हैज गॉट इट्स ओन attractions, distractions. So it's okay as long as children are not very much out of the way. It's okay. So don't, वो ना बचपन से हम उनको एक लीक पे लगा देते हैं, ऐसे जियो, ये करो, don't speak, finger on your lips. So the conformity is what it is, and that's where the discipline comes in. And but discipline should be taught in a way wherein they become disciplined about certain basics about life. डिसिप्लिन का मतलब ये नहीं कि आदमी कंफर्म करे हर चीज में, हर जगह जाके वो दब्बू बन जाए. कुछ ना कुछ कांड तो करने चाहिए लाइफ में. ओके, इज इट कनेक्टिंग? सो there is this question here, and we'll take this question. You would like to ask a question there, Madhuri, I can have your mic on. If you can raise a hand, please, if anybody has a question there. Madhuri has a question. I always have a fear that if I'm happy now, after some time I'll have to be sad. So not to be happy. It's not only a situation, Madhuri. It is with many people who are scared of being happy now, just because of this fear that maybe if I'm happy now, I have to be sad. ऐसा कुछ नहीं है. We experience both the things. Again, going back to school, if you were to see, many times children would give exams, and they would come out after giving the examination from the hall, and if they were asked, अगर उनसे पूछा जाता था कि तुम्हारा एग्जाम कैसा हुआ, तो डरते थे बताने में कि मेरा एग्जाम अच्छा हुआ, बिकॉज अगर मैंने बता दिया मेरा एग्जाम अच्छा होगा तो नंबर कम आएंगे. So this is the state which many would have, right? But I feel that कि just because something may happen, उसके लिए जो हुआ नहीं, उसके लिए जो हो रहा है उसको हम खो दें, that is not logical. So let me be happy right now. देखेंगे tomorrow I'll be sad, it's okay, I'll handle that. I'll see that. But as of now, let me be conscious enough to soak in as much of this wonderful moment. ये क्या बात हुई कि आज जो हैप्पी मोमेंट है वो मैं खो दूं, और क्योंकि कल शायद एक सैड मोमेंट आएगा, तो कल तो सैड हो ही रहे हैं और जो आज का था वो भी हमने खो दिया. Doesn't make sense. Enjoy and don't worry. ये as long as we have this choice कि we can come back from a state of sadness to happiness, we will be more in control. So this very thought that let me not be happy because tomorrow I may have to be sad is a very sad thought. So don't worry, go ahead, खुश रहो, आज का तो मोमेंट एंजॉय करो, कल का कल देखेंगे, कल किसने देखा है, तो आज में एंजॉय करो. And make sure that you don't do anything which is going to create consciously, you're not doing anything which will create some difficult moments for you. और फिर जब आएंगे तो देखेंगे ना उनको. Don't worry about tomorrow. बहुत से लोग कल से मर रहे हैं. अरे जो मरना होगा तो आज मरेंगे यार. Let's not die in advance. जब मौत आएगी तो मरेंगे, जब नहीं आ रही तब क्यों पहले से क्यों मर रहे हैं? Let's not die in advance, right? You can get your salary in advance, but you should not die in advance. That's the way I look at things. And how do you know that tomorrow is going to be sad? ना आपके भगवान हो, और अगर आप भगवान हो कि कल सैड होने वाला है, तो फिर आप why don't you say कल हैप्पी होने वाला है? So don't worry about tomorrow. Okay जी, हाँ जी, कुछ any other question you have? I got beautiful things lined up for the next year. We have been planning, and I got two wonderful programs lined up. One is two our business programs. So we have business excellence program. So if you're an entrepreneur, and or maybe if you are just starting your business, or maybe you're a seasoned entrepreneur, एक बहुत बढ़िया program अभी आ रहा है हमारा business excellence. It's a 4-day online program. बहुत दिनों बाद मैं एक online program ले रहा हूँ business के ऊपर, which is on 11th of April till 14th of April. Bada jabardast on 4 very powerful fundamentals of business. So if you want to be a part of it, then join in a program called Business Excellence. And फिर एक आ रहा है the BAP of my business programs called Ara Samasti. So Ara Samasti is happening in the month of April, from 25th April. It is there. So those of you really want to be a part of Ara Samasti, be there. There's an offer period going on for Ara Samasti right now till 31st March. So if you really want to benefit, so 5 days with me from Delhi, we will go together to a lovely place in Uttarakhand, a beautiful, lovely place where we'll be conducting this program. So अगर आपको आना है इस program में, don't miss out. There have been people who have done this. Almost 90 entrepreneurs have done this program, and you ask any one of them, they will share with you the power of this program. It's the BAP of all business programs I've had. So two very powerful programs, and on business side, and another on the life side is My Life. It's only for people who have done my life leadership program. उनके लिए My Life है, जो साल में एक बार लेता हूँ मैं. It's in the month of July, and it is through interviews. So we select people. We don't just take anybody. So if you're keen, if you're a Life 360 Chrysalian, आपने मेरा प्रोग्राम किया हुआ है, तो आप इसके लिए एलिजिबल हैं. आप अप्लाई करिए. We will talk to you, and if you are selected, you will be there with me in July for that program. So 3 programs lined up, and I'll share with you next week also if any other program is lined up. We are lining up the dates for Life 360 for June. Next week, I'll let you know. And how can I increase my confidence in communication? You have to have practical experience, Ramanand. And I think Life 360 हमारा program है. You should come for the program. And that's where I give a lot of time for public speaking. I share about public speaking. I speak about confidence in terms of how do you build confidence, and more so in your communication. So it is something which can be learned. It is something which you have to invest on. It is something which you have to put yourself into. It is one of the most important aspects. Communication is a very important aspect, because कुछ भी आप आसपास करते हो दुनिया से, तो कम्युनिकेट ही करते हो ना. और ये कम्युनिकेशन को चांस में मत छोड़ो यार. इसको डेवलप करो, इसको सीखो. I learned it. I had never learned to communicate effectively till I was in my school days. उसके बाद जब मुझे मालूम पड़ा communication is such a vital aspect, तो मैंने consciously उसको सीखना चालू किया. I went through programs, I went through trainings, I went through books, I pushed myself into certain difficult situations. तो अगर आपको लगता है communication सीखना है, तो सीखो. Invest some money on yourself. Come for my leadership program in the month of June, and we'll take care of you on that. I wish उसको मैं ऐसे आपको online सिखा पाता. Some things have to be done practically. Some things have to be experienced, and that's where that program comes into picture. So great going, and make a great week for yourself, and do post in your queries, do post in your questions, and do share your success stories with us when we meet next HM. This is the 1089th HM, and all those who came in for the first time, I wish that your time was utilized in the best possible way this very morning, and keep on sharing with your loved ones. अपने दोस्तों से share करो about Happy Minds. It's in the morning at 7, so nothing much people are doing except sleeping early morning. So why not utilize it and make ourselves very powerful? So do share with your loved ones, and thank you so much, and have a great make a great weekend, and a great month end, and a great year end, financial year end. So 2-4 दिन बचे इस महीने के, make the most of it. We have 2 people who have raised hands. Tej, yeah, you want to share something? Yeah, Tej. ये किसका माइक ऑन है?
गुड मॉर्निंग सर.
हाँ, नमस्ते तेज.
कैसे हैं सर आप?
मैं बहुत बढ़िया हूँ, बहुत बढ़िया.
सर आज मेरा 32वां जन्मदिन था, तो मैं आपसे थोड़ा सा इंस्पायर हुआ। मैंने कहा आज 52 किलोमीटर साइकिल चलानी है।
हाँ,
48 में कंप्लीट कर चुका था, फिर आपसे बात करने के लिए मैं रुका भी।
अरे वाह वाह वाह, गॉड ब्लेस यू तेज एंड विश यू एन ऑसम अमेजिंग लाइफ ऑन योर
थैंक यू सो मच सर।
32nd बर्थडे यू डिड 52 किलोमीटर्स।
यस सर।
क्या बात है, बहुत बढ़िया बहुत बढ़िया। लव यू फॉर शेयरिंग दिस। तो कहाँ पर है, जयपुर में?
हाँ सर, जयपुर में हूँ।
अरे वाह वाह वाह, ग्रेट ग्रेट। हैव अ ग्रेट, अभी आज तेरे को हक है कुछ दिन भर कुछ खाने पीने का, चलो आई गिव यू परमिशन। यू
थैंक यू
डिजर्व
सर।
दैट and make the most of this wonderful day, and
थैंक यू सो मच
we are not blessed with a great life, we make a great life for ourselves. ठीक है?
सर। एब्सोल्युटली
And
राइट।
I'm sure you're making a great life for yourself, so wish you an awesome year ahead. God bless you.
थैंक यू सो मच सर।
Love
थैंक यू
you.
सो
Love you. God bless.
मच।
Wow wow wow, that's an amazing sharing. So thank you so much all of you, and God bless, and see you next week for another powerful, lovely, happy mind session.